This video is going to be a little bit of a rant about fantasy, about dreams, about plans. I used to be the person who would be really disciplined, totally oriented in the plan, even for holidays. I remember years ago I went to Rome and my God, I had an Excel file with all the things that we needed to do, all the things that we needed to eat, all the things we needed to buy. And it was so aggressive and exhausting holiday. Going here and there and there and there and there, fast, because we needed to do the plan. That's not a holiday. And of course that sounds ridiculous because it's a holiday and it's very specific, but how many of us are living that way? Are you living that way? Because we have been told that planning is everything. You should. You should have done this by now. If you're like me, I'm 55. I don't know. That's just a number. If you are like me, you're whatever age, and you think that you should have, by this age, fill in the blank. You should have a house, you should have so much money in the bank account, you should be married, you should, be successful in business, you should have travel, you should. And this is the shooting. That is the fantasy. That is the fantasy of what you think your life should have been about. You already should have done this and that and that and that. And it's actually like an addiction. It is better to have the dream of, I wish I had a beautiful body, than to actually go to the gym, than actually eating the things that are good for you. So we continue shooting to keep the dream in the realm of the fantasy. You see, this is a paradox, a spiritual challenge to learn to deal with reality in a way that is in alignment with our soul. How much do we actually do? How much we allow in our life? Because of course this is based on the idea that we are in control. We follow the master plan because we are in control. And we become victims of that dream. And if it doesn't happen, that dream, we reflect it on some others. Particularly if you're a parent. If your child looks like you, or you project yourself on your child. I have seen mothers who wanted to be dancers, and this one that I'm thinking about had a bicycle accident. I live in the Netherlands. And now her daughter is, oh my God, she was sent from an early age to this dancing class, that dancing class. Poor child, she was falling asleep at school because she needed to do the dream of her mother. This week, and it's the reason why I do this video actually, is that I realized that even if I do this work deeply, and even for years, my own shadow work, my own spiritual work, my own healing work, I noticed that I was projecting. I was projecting my dream onto my own daughter because she looks so much like me. Because I want her best. I want everything that was horrible that happened to me in my childhood not to happen to her ever. Just think about it. That's my dream. That my daughter is safe from anything that is horrible that could happen to her. Imagine that. What would that be? That I don't let her out into the street, that I don't let her cycle, that I don't let her have friends, that I don't let her do anything? What would I be doing? Exactly the opposite. I will actually be destroying her. This story about the dream, the fantasy, the master plan, addiction, is everything about the middle ground. It's really about Christ consciousness. Becoming deeply aware of divine nature and pull upwards towards that dream that calls us to be so grateful and excited that we are alive. It is really a cosmic privilege to be alive in this historical moment. And by the same token, be fully grounded in the reality of where we are right now. In your body, on this chair, in this city, wherever is where you are. Even if you are really oriented to the dream, you need to be grounded in the reality. But how can you do that? Because of course, you're going to say, I should do this. I should pray. I should take action. I should do my to-do list. No, I have to be happy. No. In the moment when we get in the I should, I have to, is when we get out of that becoming, of that surrendering, and we go back into the world of fantasy. I give you another example. There is this beautiful story of this man who wanted to have fantastic conversations with people because he wanted to have friends and a wonderful social life. So he went and read. Bought books and books and books and read and read and read and read. Interesting stories, fascinating stories. He read Orwell and Shakespeare and so many stories from so many places, and the Bhagavad Gita and the Talmud, and he read and 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 read. That he never had time to talk to anybody, and he never was able to have beautiful conversation and amazing and expansive relationships. So my question is to you, are you shooting? You should do this, you should do that to make your dreams come true, to save your children from, to save the world from. Exhale. It is not all on your shoulders that you have to do all that. Because as I was describing to you, Christ consciousness that is connected to divine and rooted in reality is also about opening your arms, because we are in all this together. We are all co-creating the future, and indeed in this cosmic privilege that is to be alive today. If you are here in this video right now, means that you are on purpose. You are on a mission. You are doing it. You are living it. You are embodying it. Release doubt. Surrender. Surrender to the fact that we are living a paradox. You're indeed weak and inadequate and powerful and infinite. You're both. The world is dangerous and scary, and the world is benevolent and giving. The choice is yours. Can you surrender to the fact that life is happening for you? Everything that is happening for you. All is well. If life is happening for you, if all is well, what are you going to do? You don't need to shoot. You need to be. When you decide to be, you will be a better CEO, a better mother, a better neighbor, a better daughter, just by being you in the moment, with the emotion that you have in the moment, with the intelligence that you have at the moment, then you will become a clear channel for what needs to happen. Let me close with the beautiful words of Carl Jung. Free will is the ability to do gladly that which I must do. Do gladly what life is inviting you to do, what your fate is inviting you to do. This is free empowerment and leadership. And that way, your dream will stop being a fantasy. Your dream will become your fate. Have a wonderful week. All the best to you.